I decided to do another one of my jars. So I'm just dusting it with some gold leaf and actually rose gold leaf. And I don't have a plan. I'm just playing it by ear, but I'll be back when I'm done dusting it. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see better. I thought I had the light on. I thought I had the camera on. There we go. But I didn't hit record, so a couple of these are already demolded. Some pendants. I put gold foil in my molds last night, and then I mixed a little bit of what's called white flake powder into my resin, and the pendants are really cute and pretty. But judging how milky, silvery they are, I'm worried about the jar. And this I took this out of the lid before I seen it wasn't recording, but the inside is stunning. It's beautiful. The edges are beautiful. But the top is milky. I don't know what I did wrong. Oh, yes I do. Because this was a direct pour onto this, and this was the opening of the mold where I know, yep. That really stinks. So the only way I could have avoided it is just do the top completely clear, but that wouldn't have worked because I had to do all the rest of the jar. But I'm learning. Oh, jeez. Every video I do is another learning experience because I don't have much experience under my belt as of yet. Where did I put my alcohol? Oh, where in the world did I put my alcohol? Okay, I gotta go find it. Okay, I found my isopropyl. I did in the bathroom, which is where I cure all my epoxy during the winter months. I cure it in my bathroom overnight with the fans on. But okay, let's demold this. Okay. I'm excited. It's the first time I've ever done anything with foil. And I bought a bunch of it off Temu for just a few bucks. I love Temu. My goodness. Ouch. Oh, that was my finger between the jar and the table. Ah, that hurt. I do love these molds. Are really nice molds and they keep their shape very well. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Let's check the threads. No bubbles. No sharp edges, no bubbles. This is the best epoxy mold I've done so far. And I'm not talking about the design, but I mean there's no bubbles. This time when I poured my mold, I put a little bit in and I pinched, went all the way around and pinched, and then with this one I went all the way around and kept pinching and pinching, because every time I make this mold there's at least one sharp edge from a bubble, and I absolutely hate doing UV resin in it because you can't see it, but this does not have a single bubble. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That came out so nice. And the white silvery background, it almost looks like it's poof, like it's really fluffy inside. It's really cool looking. It looks like it's got cotton inside there. The top, I'm not sure if I'm going to cover that with something, because I don't like the top at all. I don't understand. I mean, I know how it happened because this is the opening of the mold, and when you do the mold, you put the gold leaf all here and all inside there, like I did, and so when you put the UV resin in, this is all making the direct contact with everything you put there. But when you put the gold foil right here on the top, it's making contact with the inside of the jar, making the resin on the opening. It's hard to explain, but I know exactly what happened. I don't see any way around it. So what I'm gonna probably do is, and there is, oh, you know, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Yep. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Because there's a lip here and it's a good size lip, I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna wet this maybe. I'm not sure how I'll get the foil to stick. I'm gonna see if I can't put some foil down and put UV resin over it. Or maybe just take a sheet of it and crinkle it just a hair and put some UV resin over it. I'll figure out something, but when I do, I'll include it in the video. But this is the very best pour that I've done out of this jar so far. There's not a single air bubble, and I just realized there's no air bubbles anywhere in here either on the inside in the resin, but there's no air bubbles, no sharp edges on any of the threads. That is the first time that's ever happened. You guys see how beautiful that came out on the top inside? I wonder if there's... Can you put Mod Podge under resin? I don't know. What if I put just a dab of Mod Podge on there just to make it sticky so the gold foil will stick? Had I known that would happen, I would have probably left it just to get tacky and put more on and then coat it again. But it is what it is, and there's my beautiful jar. Here's what it looks like inside the jar. See that? How it looks swirly white, kinda. It gives it that fluffy look. My favorite comedian, but it gives it that look. It looks like clouds, like it's just swirly, poofy. I wish I could get around this ring light. Let's see if I can't shut it off. My camera has pretty good lighting. Yeah, see that? See the white swirly? It looks so soft and fluffy. And these jars, I mean, there's no other mold I have that does this, but this feels like silk. It feels like you're just rubbing your hand across some silk or satin. It's just amazing. It's the only jar, and I got a bunch of jars because this is my thing now. I'm really into jars and stashes and stuff like that. But there's a big demand for that kind of stuff right now. But this is the only jar mold I've ever had that it actually feels like either it feels like it's wet because it's so slippery and so soft. It just feels like it's wet. But I will update you on this lid. I forgot. This is just my leftover resin triangle. But because last night I didn't get done till 4 in the morning again. And I didn't feel like looking for more stuff to put this resin in, so I just dumped it in this mold. Same thing with the orange. It's from another 4:30 in the morning pour. 4:30 in the morning pour. This was a Timu mold, so I don't know if they all are. Well, they ain't all like that because I've seen a million videos on these triangles. My goodness, come on. Ouch. Well, that's the sharpest it's ever been. Maybe that's the tip. That's the tip. I actually have a tipped triangle. I can't believe it. The tip is there. Wow. This looks pretty gnarly. I absolutely love that orange. That's from Let's Resin, the neon colors. I absolutely love it. It's the same orange that I use on my koi fish. And the same flake white I use on my koi fish. If you haven't seen my koi fish videos, you gotta check them out. They are beautiful fish. I don't know what I'm gonna use them in, but anytime I have a couple of different colors, I do koi fish. That came out really, really pretty. It's not really showing on the camera, but it's a very bright neon orange, and this white flake is like such a contrast. It's just really pretty. And it is still soft. I'm pushing in my corners. Okay, guys, after spending the entire day working on these insufferable treasure chests and these hinges, yeah, if I was you, don't make these. The hinges just ruin it. You get the glue everywhere because the hinges stick together. They're just impossible. And I'm gonna try and do my pink one on film, but I did a lot of cussing. I took a hammer to the hinge because it glued in the wrong place and the top wouldn't fit, and I snapped the hinge in half and had to re-glue the hinge to the other piece of the hinge and re-glue it to the box. And I'm still trying. That put aside. After spending the whole day with this just sitting inches from my workspace, because I have a beautiful craft room right now. Spent 15 years in this house building and making this craft room. I'm never in it. And right now it's so packed full of stuff. My big area of floor that I could walk around in and go from one side of the room to the other side of the room is now so crowded I can't step into the room. Anyhow, so I'm in front of the boob tube working on things, painting my jewelry boxes and stuff, and I'm sitting there coloring my gold and the silver on my jewelry box, and I'm like, I have a rose gold marker, and this rose gold, my jar that I just did today or last night and today, has that messed up lid. So I'm going to attempt to color this foggy lid in with this rose gold marker. That being said, I'm nervous because every time I'm working on my blue and my gold treasure chests, jewelry chests, those eggs, and I can let that marker sit on there for days and touch it, and it comes right off of my fingers. So I don't know how you all are doing with these markers. I see everybody using them on YouTube, all over the craft videos, but every time I use it, it just rubs right off. That being said, I'm still going to attempt this because I just can't think of anything else I could put on this foggy lid. Now right there it doesn't look foggy, but it is foggy. It's not bright like this. But anyways, I'm going to attempt to do this. I'm not going to do it on film because it's going to take a while, but I will come back and show you what I'm talking about because it puddles and then there are issues. But if I can't get it to work, my next step is some kind of sticker. So we'll see. Okay, that did not work. That did not work. As you can see here, this rose gold marker is very much gold. And what a disappointment. As soon as I put it on, you can see the contrast big time. So, I think I'm going to go back to my other idea. I'm going to put some Mod Podge on there and put some gold leaf on there and put some UV resin on top and see what happens with that. I'm willing to try just about anything. I mean, this just, if I hold it this way, you can really see what I'm talking about. How foggy it is on the top. So, I'm going to try that. Okay guys, I'm really sorry about these angles. I know it's terrible. I just haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do this. But I'm getting these crafts started before I figured out a good situation. But anyway, I took the Mod Podge and very, very thinly applied it on the top. And I got it very, very thin. And I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to just lay this sheet right on top of it. I have no idea if this is going to work. I have no idea about any of this. And I'm hoping it goes nice and flat without a bunch of crinkles. But it is what it is. Well, I got some crinkles, but I'm okay with that because it's a crinkled foil on the jar anyway. And I might not even need to put resin on the top. Oh, you can see the brush marks though. That really stinks. I wonder what heat would do. Don't know till we try. Okay, all that's doing is, look at, it totally shredded the paper and made it start blowing everywhere. So I'm just gonna, I don't want this to stick to my silicone mat. I don't have a jar. Well, I have all kinds of craft jars. I don't know where anything is. Well, that's not true either. I know where everything is. I can't get to anything in my craft room. I literally can only get a foot inside the door. It's absolutely ridiculous how terrible my craft room is messed up. My cat is completely in love with my markers rolling around on the table. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this for now, and I'll go get a jar in a few minutes. I'll just tuck it under here for now. Oh, ain't that something? I needed that little tip a minute ago and didn't know it was on there. But at least now I know for future reference, watch out for brush strokes. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm putting that away. Alright, let's see. I'm just going to take my thumbnail. I'm going to sand off this lip, but I don't want to sand it until after I put my coating of epoxy on there. Okay, I'm going to stop touching it because I think it's wearing it out. Okay, well, it's not fantastic, but it sure looks a lot better than it did. So we'll see what happens when I put UV resin on it. I think I'm going to just do the UV resin. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, let me see if I can, let's see if I can bring it in a little closer. I put UV resin on it. Boy, I tell you, these ring lights, if they're not blinding you out, they're darkening your shot. It's ridiculous. Alright. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully I can edit this. But I haven't hardened it yet. But isn't it pretty? Even with the brush strokes underneath, it looks fine because it's all crinkly foil anyway. So now I'm just having an issue whether I want to. I've never domed. I mean, I've topped off easily, but I've never tried to dome. I'm not sure what that. I mean, is doming the same as just putting UV resin on top? I don't know. I only use UV resin when I'm making something tiny and I need it quick, or if I'm sorry about that, or if I'm trying to top off a mold that I didn't fill high enough. So I'm not sure. I know what the word dome means, but alright. And I'm pretty sure my table is lopsided just by a hair. But I think that looks good. Now what I do sometimes when I think it's leaning a little too much is I'll turn it and hit it. Oh, no. I gotta hit it real quick with this because I see bubbles. They look like bubbles. Oh. Sorry about the creaky chair. Oh, I must have hit my TV remote. Yep, they were bubbles. Okay. Oh, that was close. I almost put the leg in the resin. Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna do this for a couple seconds. Okay, guys, here it is. Oh, I cross-threaded it. It came out so nice. And then I just took my file and just ever so slightly, because it was just a little bit of a sharp ridge there, and just ever so slightly sanded it. Hey guys, how do you get this white off of the edges when you sand something? I mean, it's always white right there. It drives me crazy. Nobody's talked about it on the videos, so. But anyway, there is my honey pot. I call it the honey pot. It reminds me of Winnie the Pooh, as I said a million times. But there it is, all done and pretty. And like I said before, smooth as baby's butt. I mean, these jars are just so smooth. They feel high quality. They're very, very nice. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. And I will update my video on my treasure chest and tell you how this happened. It's a mess. Okay, have a good day guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks.